Hey, it's Friday, and you know what that means. It's time to roll up the sleeves, sit down and get ready, because it's going to be a long one, but of course, you know what I'm talking about. It's On the Peg with me, your host, the one, the only, the eyebrow-raising, the toyaholic, DC obsessed, Mad Montreal Man, and, well, if you've been watching the shows, you know fully well this is Season 3, Episode 52. It's the end of the season, and it's going to be a big episode. So I hope you got time to kill. My buddy Shane, good evening, or Saturday morning, depends when you're watching this. Have a big meal. Or have a beer. Depends what time of day you're watching this. Same for you anywhere else in the world. If you're in Vancouver, well, it's going to be Friday night. Have a good beer. Have a glass of scotch, because it's going to be a long episode. It is a Batman-centered episode. And woo, do we have Batman to talk about. We've got Bullseye Batman, which you knew about, because I told you about it before. We've got Hugo Strange as Batman. We've got Dick Grayson as Batman, and thanks to my pre-order coming in, I've got Robin that goes with this Batman. No, I don't have the variant. I wish I did. I don't have it. You know, it's not always easy to get the variants. We also have, as I told you before, we will be looking at, from The Dark Knight Returns. Ooh, do I do the regular or do I do the platinum? Don't know yet. We'll have to wait and see which one I actually will open up. Also, just to add an extra bonus, because I went down to pick up my pre-order that came in on Monday. Oh yes, I got the Huntress and the Platinum Edition Huntress. Now, I did have to go hunting on Monday afternoon to get her, but which one will I open today? You'll have to stay tuned and find out. And of course, we also have the Batman Forever vehicle that we'll be looking at. Oh boy, yeah. Hold on. So many things came in. But what do you say we start off with, well, let me just put some stuff out of the way here. Let's start off with Bullseye Batman. Let's go retro a little bit. Let's go back to when Batman wore all sorts of weird costumes. So, for the last time this season, it's time to get my friend out. Okay, it's not really the last time, because I got a whole bunch of action figures, but it's the last episode this season that I'm going to get my friend out, my ally, my weapon of choice in this never-ending war against Mint and Package. You know I'm talking about Dr. Scalpel. So what do you say, we just talk about, about you for a change. How you doing? Because, it's been a long journey getting here. If you've been watching me since Season 1, well, thank you so much for that. It's definitely changed, evident. This season itself has been an interesting one. And with everything that's happened this week, you need a bit of a break from all of that stuff. That's why you have to watch this show. You have to watch this show to get a break from what's going on. If you're in the States, there was an election. A lot of mixed feelings about that in the States. From my friends in the States, I can tell that they're not too surprised. They're not exactly happy. But, it's what it is. I wasn't too surprised. My feelings on the whole thing is, well, it's a thing. It happened. Kind of saw it coming. I kind of see the way Canada's going as well. I got friends here in Canada. Same kind of thing. I have some friends that are really upset. I got friends who are, kind of like not surprised. I have American friends who live in Canada, and they're kind of like, well, saw it happening. I got friends in other parts of the world, and that's the thing is, other people in the world are reacting differently. There's also other things in the news going on. Korean troops in Russia going to the Ukraine, floods in Spain. It's been one of those weeks. That's what I'm trying to say. But we're not here to talk about that. We're going to talk about action figures. So I'm going to finish taking him out of the package, whack in a close-up, and then we'll be back to talk about Bullseye Batman. Well, I don't normally talk about the cards, but I kind of like give a credit because it does make me think of the old comic book. And if you don't know, this is from Detective Comics 241, back in that wonderful Silver Age. Now, he does come, of course, with a white Batarang, 2 punching hands, which is nice. Now, this is a platinum. I didn't realize it was a platinum until I took him out of the box, but oh yeah, platinum. But as you saw in the close-up, there he is, black and white basically, except for the skin tone. Now, I do have to give credit where credit's due. The cape. Oh, man, a wired cape. They actually put the bullseye on the back. Hey, Todd, Mr. McFarlane, why can't you do wired capes for everything and put, like, for example, the S on Superman's back? I'm just saying. Now, this is a bit awkward. The base works because it's a wired cape. Another thing, Todd, Mr. McFarlane, you should do is make sure you do wired capes. The base actually work. Now, he is a little bit stiff. He does want to lean back a little bit. Oddly enough, my problem with the base this time is the peg holes for the feet are smaller than the peg. It's not one thing, it's another. But, the bodies are reused. I'm going to be honest. I've seen this body before, but I do like the way it looks. I mean, this is better looking than the Batman 66 the Multiverse did. I actually like it. The cape, I can almost drape it over the shoulders. It's really a nice Batman. It's not bad. I'm kind of thinking maybe I should have gotten 2. But money is tight as it is. But no, I do like this one. There's only one Batman I would love to see that no one's done yet. It's the Marshall Rogers Batman with that massively long flowing cape. That Batman series was extremely good. If you don't know it, look it up. Go find it at your comic book store. It is one of the Batman stories that I definitely would recommend. Marshall Rogers artwork in that series. But no, I'm happy they didn't do the comic book accurate looking one, because not to sound mean, I prefer them reuse of the body. This is what I definitely do like. I do like it. It does look good. I mean, it is stiff though. I'm definitely gonna have to warm it up. I didn't do it yet because I don't want to get the cape wet. But no, this is one I definitely recommend. And right off the start, first action figure of the show, I have a special show for sort of like oddball Batmans. Well, guess what? Front of the shelf. Yes, this guy is definitely one of the ones I just like the look of it. I don't know, it's a stupid idea wearing a giant bullseye on your chest, but then again, he's worn a bat symbol on his chest, the yellow emblem. Yellow. And the reason for that is he wants people to shoot there because that's where he's got the bulletproof stuff. No, I actually do like this one. The only complaint I really have, it's a shame that the paint on the abdomen part of it didn't go underneath, because when you lean them back, it kind of goes away. So one really minor complaint, but for the most part, Todd, way to go with this guy. I'm happy with this one. It's a nice start to the episode. Okay, next we're going to delve into one of the characters that, if you've been reading Batman comic books as long as I've been alive, damn, you're old. But no, I remember reading this character when he first came out. Hint, go back in time, look him up. But I have mixed feelings of him as the Batman. I kind of wanted to have him as in his lab coat and then have this as a chase, but then again, we have more than enough chases going on. Whew. So let's take a look at Hugo Strange in his Batman outfit. So Dr. Scalpel once more. Let's get into it. It was kind of funny when I started filming, getting set up to film this episode today. I kept on thinking, man, it's been a long journey to get here. I mean, season 1 was, gosh, it feels like it was ages ago. Me standing in front of the on the peg wall. Season 2, which was kind of the same thing, me standing at a different wall. And now season 3, where I actually have a studio. I've got shelving set up, which I'm still trying to get everything finalized. And now, look at this, 52 episodes in season 3 alone. Not bad, not counting the specials. So I'm going to finish taking Hugo out, and I'll be back after his close-up, and we'll talk some more. Good old Dr. Hugo Strange. Well, to begin with, he does come with, of course, a right hand that's a grabbing hand and a left hand punching hand. Now, the reason for that is, if you saw, I'm not sure if you can see in the close-up too well, his hands are more like these, ha! I'm evil, I'm messing with your mind hands, ha! I'm an evil genius, ha! He also comes with the Bruce Wayne mask. Now, I will say I'm a bit disappointed with the mask, mostly because I was kind of hoping it'd be like a rubber mask that you could actually maybe put something inside. It is solid. It's solid. It's just, I don't know, it's one of those accessories you toss in, because it kind of makes sense to toss it in, but enough of that. Let's talk about Hugo himself. Now, I do like the wired cape. It's a short cape, really short cape. The base actually holds them, no problems with the base this time. I did notice that the gauntlets, I'm going to have to heat them up to straighten them out, because this entire side, the way it's in the package, is bent in. The other side is straight out, so I'm probably going to have to heat this thing up, slowly take my time to straighten them out. Minor thing, that's from the packaging I get. The body's a reuse. Let's be honest, it's a reuse body. I do like the fact they made a slightly different looking bat symbol for Hugo. It's more comic book accurate in some ways. The face sculpt is really good. I do wish that, they would go back to making glasses, not just solid plastic. I mean, I've said it before with the Booster Gold and so forth, and I do know that they could do it because I have an action figure from a different company where she's wearing clear glasses, and it does look good. It's been more trouble to do, but for the most part, it does get it across. I mean, they're trying to get that gold look. I get it, but I kind of would like that little extra once a balloon, especially for a platinum figure. So what do I think of them overall? Well, I have some pros and cons. I mean, the character's interesting. I do like the wire cape, but this bugs me. You think with everything that's been going on with the capes, Ragman, well, just being wired capes in the first place, great move. Ragman had the capes that doesn't block his head. This is one time they could have done that as well. It would have looked so cool. Can you imagine having Hugo Strange having the hood that you could peel back and then show who he was? That would have been so much cooler, and I'm sure there's some customizing guy out there somewhere who's going to do that. He's going to make a Hugo Strange with the hood that you could peel back. It won't be me, because I only have one of these guys. Not bad. Not bad. I do like the fact that it's a nice new villain to the thing. It's a nice little twist to having a new villain that you might not have thought of as, Batman needs that guy in his villains rogue gallery, but no, Hugo Strange is one of those iconic villains. If you know the comic book history, he's really good. Is he front of shelf? No, he's not. The face sculpt is great, but because of those few little things that bug me, he's not going to be front of shelf. Just saying, he's a bit disappointing. Not a bad figure, though. And if you want a Batman's Rogues Gallery, you kind of have to get a Hugo Strange. Let me just move the microphone a little bit here, because I want to be able to show this guy a bit better. You do need to get a Hugo Strange. I do think having a Hugo Strange in a lab outfit would be kind of cool, or even a suit, or one where, he's wearing the Batman mask and the beard's underneath. That would have been kind of cool, too. But for the most part, just having a hood would have been nice. Do I regret having them? No, I'm a toyholic. So, shall we move on? Alright, so we might as well do Dick Grayson. And because his partner, of course, where did I put him? Oh, yeah. Damian the Boy Wonder. What do you say I take them both out of the package, take a look at them sort of individually and together at the same time? Because, that's what we do here. We like driving those mint and package people crazy. Dr. Scapel's favorite pastime. And let's get to it. So, once again, I want to thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you guys don't get bored with this episode, because it's going to be a long one. It is going to be a long one. I got, still a whole bunch more to do. And if you're wondering, is this going to be the end of On the Peg? No, it's not. It's not. I always said, let's start. Season 3 is going to be 52 episodes, not counting any specials or the Marvel Mondays. And that's my plan. Season 4 will be in January. But I'll talk about that at the end of the show. I'm just going to finish taking him out. I'm going to take Robin out. And we'll be back after a few close-ups to talk about the action figures. Well, as you saw in the close-up, they do look good together. I also like the fact that the cards have the artwork from the comic book that they first kind of appeared in together like that. And I'm talking about Batman Reborn #1. Now, the Robin comes with the comic book. It's a reprint, but it's a nice thing to have the reprint, because if you didn't know who all the characters were, you have no idea. Why does Robin come with a pig mask slashed in two? You wouldn't know it. So that's why the comic book's nice to have. They didn't make up a new story for it. They just said, okay, we're going to go with this comic book. As for Dick Grayson, he comes with, of course, a pair of I'm going to strangle you hands. Obviously, he's dealing with Damian. And, of course, he comes with a pair of I'm going to punch you lights out. But actually, no, these are the grabby hands. He's wearing he's got the punching hands on. So let's talk about Batman first. Right off the bat, Todd, wired cape. Thank you. I like it. It does work good. I do like the fact that the gloves are not your typical Batman gloves. These are the Dick Grayson Batman Gauntlet gloves. I do like that. I like the paint on the belt. I mean, the body's a reused body, no surprise, but I do like it. He does have well, at least for me, mine did, have that McFarlane ankle problem. I warmed it up, and I got the ankle to go in place. I do like him. He is posable. He's agile. It's the cape doesn't interfere. It's just, you can't do that crossed arm thing like on the comic book cover, but you can sort of get the gist that this is not your typical Bruce Wayne Batman. This is Dick Grayson. It has that nice pose. I also like the fact that he's got the knuckles on. He's got the brass. Now, I do like that. I like that touch. I mean, this is a meaner, kind of tougher Batman. It won't surprise me that McFarlane down the road does the absolute universe figures. That'll be interesting to see. But no, they look good together, and they are going to be going on the shelf together because this is who they are. As for Robin only comes with the mask and, of course, the one sword. This is my favorite Robin so far. The head is the right proportionate size. Unlike Robins in the past, who have heads that seemed a bit too big, this Robin head looks right. It seems like the right size. And as I was talking with you about Hugo Strange before, look, Todd, you did it for Robin. Look, you have a hoodie that you could. My big hands don't work too well, but you have a hoodie that you could pull on. Look at that. Look at that. You could have done that for Hugo Strange. Just saying. I hope from now on any hooded character will have a wired cape and a wired hood. It does look really good. I mean, my big fingers have a bit of a hard time because I feel like I was rip it, but no, that's what I expect in a Robin. The cape itself, I like the shape. It is wired everywhere. I could pose this cape. This is a good cape. The sword looks good in his hands, and they do look good together. I mean, it's a shame you can't give him the knuckle sandwich that he had in the picture, but whatever. And I'm sure down the road, won't surprise me, McFarlane Toys will do the Batmobile from this comic book series too. Won't surprise me. And I'm still debating, am I going to buy the Batman Beyond thing? I don't know yet. It's up in the air. I know pre-orders are coming in for it already, but I'm not too worried about it. It's a vehicle. But no, this is really good. Because of the Robin and the Dick Grayson Batman, well, fun to the shelf. This is the best looking Robin I've seen so far. This is how you make a teenage action figure. He's proportionate. He's not, his head's not bigger than the adult. He, looks like the right size. And they do look good next to each other. So this one's a hit. This one I do recommend. Now there is a variant out there. White cape, white hood. I want it, but it's not always easy to get the chases, the variants. It's like if you remember back to the Brainiac 5 from the Ghost of Krypton, GameStop here got the Chase Brainiac. I have to go hunting for the regular Brainiac drone. Here's the opposite. We got these guys. I've checked a few other GameStops. No one got the white cape, at least not in Ottawa. So the hunt will have to go on for that one. All right, so what do you say? So many choices. But, we're doing the sidekicks. Now, we got Huntress, the regular release, with the more religious Helen Bertinelli costume, but we have the Chase, the Platinum Chase, the one, I think it's 1 in 6 or 1 in 7 in a case. Well, guess what I decided? I'm opening up the Platinum for the episode. I mean, this will get open too, because, that's what I do, but for now, because I don't want to make the show too long, I'm going to basically put Helena Bertinelli down somewhere. Yeah, let's put it down here. I'm running out of room. Need more shelves. So what do you say we take the Chase out? Now, this is the first figure they've done that doesn't have alternate heads. It has face plates. Now, that's something that's been pretty common with a lot of the Japanese toys that are out there. They give you different face plates. So I'm not too surprised that McFarlane's going that way. I will say, though, I am a bit disappointed they went that way because I like alternate heads. And I did get lucky this time because when I went to pick up my pre-order on Monday, they didn't have the Platinum. They only had the regular. But I did a little bit of hunting. I went toy hunting and I managed to track down the Chase, which is nice. I got lucky. Gonna be hard to find, but I do like this costume a bit better. Now, it's a shame it's not the original Huntress costume, because that would have been really cool. And I just broke a fingernail trying to get this thing out. So I'll be back in a moment once I got her out of the package. Thanks to, of course, my good friend and ally, Dr. Scalpel. So we'll see you after her close-up. Well, as you saw in the close-up, purple and blue crossbow. She does come with, of course, bunching hands. She comes, of course, with the "My hands are open for you," and, of course, the card. Now, the card's the same as the regular. It says Helena Bertinelli on it. To me, this is Helena Wayne, and I'm looking forward to when they finally put out Power Girl, because they did announce it. Something I was asking about quite some time ago, because this will look good next to Power Girl. Now, I do have a couple of issues with, well, this is the Chase. It's the same as the regular one. The regular one's black and purple. I like the black. It's just one of those things. Now, I also have to correct myself. This is not the first multiverse toy that had faceplates. I forgot about the Manhunter. That one had faceplates. Now, the faceplates, I'm disappointed in. There's three things wrong with this figure. The base works, but once again, the peg holes for the feet are smaller than the actual peg. When will I ever be happy with McFarlane bases? I don't know. Like crossbows there's no detail in the crossbow, not that really matters. My problem with her, apart from the base and the foot problem, because I'm not sure, it's not even in there completely, I can't even really get it in there completely, is the color. To me, it should have been black and purple for this outfit, because I don't remember her ever wearing this color blue. Racking my brain. So to me, this would have been a cooler design if it was black with the purple instead of black with the white. That would have been cooler, I just think. Now, the body is a pretty nice looking body. I'm not going to complain about it. I do like the fact that Todd finally listened to the fans. He's making more females. However, I do find that the head on this thing is odd. It feels like it's crooked. There's really no posability with the head. And the faceplate, when you put it on, it looks a bit weird. So I'm going to try changing the faceplate. Faceplates are easy to pop up. Let's put in the other faceplate. No face. Let's see if there's a faceplate that makes the head look a bit better. Because it does feel like the head's like this. You know, it just feels like the head's like this. The head's like this. And, well, there you have the other face. So there was the angry, I hate the world face. I've taken this off. I put the, I don't hate the world face, but I just find that the head doesn't sit properly. So let's try the last one, shall we? This is the I have no hair thing sticking out. Alright, that looks a little bit better. I think I'm going to leave that face in just because the fact it looks a bit normal. It doesn't make that, look like the head's popping all the way out. No real posability with the head. The hair stops it. It does look like the head is, really, it's like So this is one time I wish they would have done maybe just one head, or maybe two. This is one of the ones where if I can find the right head, Batman Beyond, Unmasked Batgirl. I've used that head before. I might do a head swap and a bit of paint because the head's a bit disappointing. Now, I do like the fact I managed to get the chase. I'm one of those people, I like getting the chases. I never got the one-woman chase. There's a few chases I've never gotten. I never got the Hawkman chase, which I'm still looking for. The Firestorm chase, which I'm still looking for. The hunt for chases is a bit frustrating. I know there's a Deathstroke chase out there. There's a Robin chase right now. There's a Green Lantern chase. There's even, oddly enough, for the Jonah Hex, I got the Platinum with the White Horse. There's a brown one. The brown one, it's not really a chase, but it's expensive to get another horse just for a different horse color and a slightly different color paint job. I might down the road once I'm working again, but that's besides the point. I am a little tired of some of these chases because you can't pre-order them. They're hard to get. And if you're a toy-holic, like somebody I know, the chases they're fun to get, but they're also frustrating to get as well, because a lot of times, if you don't get lucky like I did when I picked her up, I got lucky. Same day as the regular one came in, I managed to track her down. But if you don't get lucky, then you're looking at secondary markets where you're paying a lot more. So I wouldn't mind it so much if McFarlane actually said, okay, once initial release is out, he puts the chases on sale on his own website, or at least on Amazon. But there she is. You can sort of see what I mean with the head. It looks like, So, unfortunately, if I go back to my Mafex one, even though the Mafex one is smaller, this is one time the Mafex one, even though she's smaller, is a better action figure. Just because the Mafex one doesn't have that head problem. So if you do pick up the Huntress, either regular or the Chase variant, which I do recommend. I do recommend the Chase. I'm not sure which one I like better. I mean, when I get the other one open, I'll compare them both. I get the feeling, oddly enough, even though I prefer Helena Wayne, the carts of Barinelli, I just like the black better. I just don't like the cross. To me, black and purple would have been perfect, but, well, we'll have to wait and see. This will be off camera because, like I said, I don't want to take way too much time today, but there she is. Nice wired cape, purple, of course. No, it's just a really basic cape, but not a bad addition to the Batman family. But to me, this is Helena Wayne. You can argue all you want. I'm not changing my mind. That's Helena Wayne. All right, so we're getting there. We are getting there. So now we have, we've got, battle damaged blue Batman from the Frank Miller series. Now we got the regular and we got the dark blue one. This one reminds me too much of the figure I already got downstairs on my shelf, so I'm going to put him aside for now, kind of like the Huntress. That, and plus the fact Dr. Scalpel likes opening up the Platinum chases because there are people out there going, But yeah, it's, I also got lucky when I picked up my regular Batman. The week before, there was no Platinums. I went on my chase to get the Huntress. And the second place I went to, guess what? They had them. So yeah, I managed to get them. But yeah, ooh. A bit heavier. So what do you say? I'll cut away for the close-up and we'll be back to talk about Batman. Good old Batman. And hang on for a second or two. right. I know a lot of people are going, but in the comic book he was wearing gray. Why'd they do a darker version? Well, it's nighttime. And before I get to him, let's talk about the accessories. Some assembly required. You have the lamppost, iconic panel in the thing, the light post, and so forth. I do like that. This is a good accessory. It's a nice little set builder. I don't know why they tossed this in. To me, well, before I get to this, let me just talk about it. He does come with grabbing hands and punching hands, which is nice. And of course, a spare head. And I might pop it on in a minute, but I kind of this is, if you got the regular one, it's the same face, it's a repaint. The body is a repaint. I'll be honest, it's a repaint body. But what a repaint. What a good repaint. The yellow highlights on the belt, it just looks really good. Yes, it's still a rubber cape. Yes, he still has the McFarlane Ankin problem, but this time it works. He's heavy enough to stand on the base, and so forth. The face sculpt is what wins it for me. This is a great face sculpt. Front of the shelf. I do like it. This one, if you can get the darker version, I do say get the darker version. I know it's going to be harder to get. I just find it looks so good, especially like where I have my Dark Knight set. It's on a shelf. It's where I have all my DC movies. I've got Batman on the horse, Robin, Joker, and Superman sort of like facing off. This is going in the front of the shelf because this is like, and this will look really good with it. I do recommend it. It's a shame, though, that we got this as an accessory. Yeah, this is disappointing. What I would have loved to see, and if you know the comic book, the graphic series that came out, where's the Kryptonite arrow? That would have been such a cool accessory to have with this figure. It would have been the actual Kryptonite arrow where, it's only a stun arrow, but still it would have been really cool. Which also brings up another point. Why hasn't McFarlane Toys said, hey, we're going to give you some of the other characters from this story? Where's our Green Arrow? Where's our Oliver Queen with one arm missing? And that would have been super cool. Can you imagine doing a diorama with that? You have the street light, you got Batman and Superman, you got Oliver Queen with one arm shooting. To me, that would have been good. You could have had all the gang of Gotham guys. That would have been good. That would have been really cool. But for now, I'm just going to be happy with him because that face sculpt is just amazing. The only thing I wish I need to find out is, say, a big, same size, 7-inch kind of body guy that has a suit on, so I could do just Bruce Wayne, old man Bruce Wayne. But no, this is definitely, this is front of the shelf. And the detail in the face is amazing. It's like he just took off the mask. He's had a bad day. Yeah. This is one I'm happy I was able to track down. Because when I picked up the regular one, I even told the guys, there's a chase of this. And I got lucky because it was a week later. Normally the chases in Ottawa, if it doesn't come at the GameStop where I get my stuff, or the other GameStops that I can go to, quite often it might be a secondary store, like a store you don't think about, or a comic book store. And normally these come out, these Platinums come out, especially the chases, they come out, they're gone like that. I got lucky. This is a week after this guy came out, and I managed to get them. So yes, very happy with this guy. It's just... It's a good way to end the show, you're thinking, right? But no. I did promise. Boy, whew. Fun time. The Batmobile and Alfred from the movie. Yeah. I never thought I'd be buying vehicles, but here I am. This is how many now I've got? Quite a few. That's why I know, knowing me, I probably will get the Batman Beyond vehicle when it comes out. When they eventually make some more Batman vehicles, I probably will get. The only thing I haven't bought, because I just thought the price tag was insane, was the Batplane. That was just... I like cars. So it's going to take me some time to get this guy out of the box. So I'll be back after I take him out and you get the close-up, and we'll talk more. Well, I got out of the box. You saw the close-up. Alfred does not come with the base, but I have my other bases. As Alfred's go, it does look like the guy from the movie. I give them credit for that. It's a nice space sculpt. The body, we've seen this body before. The only thing they've done was they changed the tie and the shirt. There's no posability. Alfred is a very stiff old man. It shows, but it's kind of nice to have him because in some ways, it may not be my favorite Alfred, but still, it's nice to have an Alfred that I can put with, say, the Morgan Freeman, Morgan, Fox character, but we're not here to talk about him. We're here to talk about the car. And before I even get into the car, I know they've announced another one coming out based along the same lines, but the wings will be more spread out. There's also a glow-in-the-dark one. And I've seen a lot of people already complain about the car. They're saying it's the wrong color. There's a glow-in-the-dark version of this. I've seen other people, which I didn't buy. Trust me, they tried to sell it to me, but I'm like, I don't need it. I want Alfred and I want the car. That's it. I don't need two of the same car. One glows in the dark. But there's people out there complain about the car. They're doing, some custom people we're putting the lights in, which is fine. It's great. You want to put lights in, go for it. I'm not doing that. I'm not going to bother. To me, it's not my favorite Batmobile. It really isn't. I'd rather have the one from... I'd rather have that Batmobile, which would be kind of cool, than this thing. But I got this thing. It's something that I don't know why people complain about. It's you're getting a vehicle for your figures. You didn't complain too much about the tumbler, the size of the tumbler. The tumbler, let's be honest, should be a massive vehicle. It wasn't. The White Knight Batman is a one-seater as well. People complain. So don't complain about this thing that much. It's if you're a movie guy, you just kind of want it on your shelf. And there you go. There it is. It's got the bluish color. It's got the wheels. The wings just snap in. I know there's fancy models out there where you got a fake flame in the back, but if you're really going to go that way, well, why don't you spend like $1,000 to get a remote controlled version of it? Just saying, if you're going to complain about a McFarlane car, then don't buy it. Go out, spend the money, because other companies do make these vehicles. They charge a lot more for it, and you can even get, I think one company makes a remote control one that you could drive. Of course, you crash it, you're out of, I get my penny. So the car is not bad. I mean, what I didn't like about this in the movie was basically this part. I never was a big fan of this giant one wing in the back with the two small wings. Yeah, it's The other thing is too is I would have preferred having the blue plastic underneath here too, so you have more of a light effect. But as Batmobile go, it's not bad. It's not my favorite. I will even go on a stretch and say the old Batman 66 Batmobile was cooler looking than this thing. Other Batmobiles have been fine. I mean, the original Batmobile was just a car. But it's not bad. I'm happy I have it. I'm running out of shelf space for vehicles because I put all my vehicles on the top. And this thing is going to take up a massive spot on the shelf. Let's open it up. Really simple. You pop it open. One-seater again. A little bit more detail than some of the other Batmobiles on the inside, but my problem with these things is that you try to put most Batmans in there. If they don't have a wired cape, they're a nightmare to put in. So in this case, I think Alfred can drive the Batmobile. Looky, Alfred can drive it. But there we go. That's it. It's the Batmobile. Finally got it open. Now I just got to figure out where am I going to put this thing, because I am literally running out of space. I need shelves behind me at this point, not just my sound wall. But there it is. The Batman episode is wrapping up. Now I got to put this thing down so I can keep talking to you guys. But yeah, there it is. The very big Batmobile. Man, this thing is large. I mean, it's not, and it's also got a good weight too. I will give it's a good weight. I'm never going to be crazy enough to start doing, customs of vehicles, which people are doing. My customs I do is for my Kryptonian universe, because that's something that I just like doing it. Anyone who knows me for as long as I've been around knows that I, have been designing characters for quite some time. Normally pen and pencil color. I only started doing the Kryptonian universe with figures because why not? But I'm going to put him down now. Now that I've put his box down so I can put him down without breaking him. Massive toy. So yeah, it's been a journey, hasn't it? Now, just because season 3 is over with this episode doesn't mean that there'll be nothing until season 4. Like I said, I'm taking a break from doing a show every Friday, but you should still hit the like button. You should still subscribe, especially get that little bell notification, because we are going to be doing some specials. Might not be on a Friday, you don't know, so that's why you want to be notified, but I need to get some stuff done. I need to find work. I need to get the rest of the studio finished so I can have proper display shelves. That all said, there will be some shows coming up, some specials before January. January is going to be season 4. Not sure how much of a change in format I'm going to do. There will be changes. I'm not sure how much. But there are going to be a couple of specials before season 4 starts. For example, I got the Deathstroke in. I don't have the variant, the Chase. I'll be looking for it. I still have the Deathstroke Frost Edition, which I haven't opened up. See what I mean? There might be a Deathstroke special. If I can get the Chase, Deathstroke special. I also recently just picked up, this came in, the Commander Steel. I don't know if there's a chase for this or not. I don't know. I know there's a Geoforce that I'm looking forward to. That also has a chase. McFarlane Toys, you're going to kill me with the chases. But one of the specials I will be doing is I finally got this, even though it's not DC. I got the Todd and Spur Spawn. The reason why I got this is because I keep on looking at this, I'm thinking, change the head and you can do a Mr. Miracle type update. As for Todd, well, I'm always mentioning his name, figured I might as well buy him so I have him on the shelf so I can just yell at him directly when he makes a bad figure. So far he hasn't made too many, but he has made some crappy bases. So I got that. That'll be a special before January. We also have the Green Lanterns. I have 2 of these guys. I was lucky enough to track down 1. Yeah, chases. I ordered 2, so I got 2 of him. I still bought 2 because I figured 2 heads, 2 bodies. I had to chase for him. I got lucky. I got 1. I've yet to find a second one because it'd be nice to have all 4. And I also got, because it's Green Lantern, oh look, Sinestro Parallax body. So that will probably be a special as well, especially if I can find another one of him. And one thing I'm hoping for with, the Green Lanterns is that we start getting some more of them. Just saying. It'd be nice. So that's going to be one special, most likely. You still have the Jonah Hex special to look forward to. Will I pick up the Brown General? I don't know. If someone gave it to me, I would definitely do both. It'd be kind of cool, but right now, like I said, this is it. And he is an expensive figure. I still have a special with the Batman and Solomon Grundy to do. And just because I'm an insane toyholic, there probably will be a special on the Court of Owls with Nightwing, the Brown Court of Owl, and of course the Owl Master himself. So there's a couple of specials to look forward to, maybe some other stuff as well. I just can't guarantee there'll be a show every Friday night. But I'm just going to wrap up the season by saying thank you so much for basically following along on this journey through season 3, through my difficult times of not working. And no, before you ask, I haven't found a job yet. I have 1 more month before I'm in full panic mode. But it's been an expensive year. Thankfully, most of the stuff was pre-ordered, so that saves. But no, I do appreciate you guys basically tuning in once a week, watching the shows, liking, subscribing, sharing the shows. It means a lot to me. And yeah, I'm hoping to come back with season 4 with a better show. Every season I've done my best to improve the show, from actually having the action figures hanging on the peg. That shelf is still in the studio, by the way. I still have the on the peg shelf. It's still here. I haven't got rid of it. Don't plan to, because it now holds all my Street Fighter figures on it. But from there I changed the wall up to a different wall. I wasn't happy with the lighting and the sound. That and stepping in the cat bowl was a bit embarrassing sometimes, so I decided to do this. And this I'm enjoying. Even though this has fallen down a few times, the DC box sound wall does do the trick. I do like it. Season 4, probably still being here. I might change the wall up a bit. I don't know yet. The format might change. I might not do 3 to 4 action figures a show. I might just do 1 or 2. Or who knows? I don't know yet. I have to sort of look at things, make my mind about that. I want your feedback. Do you want me to keep doing the show the way it is with at least 3 action figures per show? Or would you rather have maybe a more detailed show where I do 1 or 2 figures but spend more time talking about the figures? Do you want longer close-ups? Give me some feedback, because like I said, season 4 is not going to start till January. I know I have some other plans for season 4, but we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I know it's been interesting watching me. And I know some people have even made comments, well, why are you talking about it not working? Well, it's part of being a toyholic. I'm an honest guy. If I'm not working, I'm not working. It's one of those things. It's why I said, if someone wants to sponsor me, I'm not going to say no. You want to send me free action figures? I'm going to review them. That's simple. I know one person asked me, how come I don't do every variant? And it's really simple. I don't get every variant. Not every variant's easy to get. One person asked me about, well, how come I don't do more marbles? I don't collect marble as much as I used to. Part of the problem is I'm not happy with the way the marble figures look. I prefer 7-inch figures, like Alfred here, versus the 6-inch. And I also have a pretty large marble collection from when I did collect marbles before I started collecting these guys. So, yeah. But I'm not going to say no to a free marble. If a store wants to sponsor me, that's great. If someone wants to send me free stuff. And I said before, if a company out there, say for example like Mythic Legion, says, hey, we want you to review our toys, send me them. I'll review them. I don't mind. I prefer DC, but I'm open to do other figures as well. I'm just not going to spend the money on them, because if you're like me, you know fully well, when you buy stuff, it's expensive. Mafex I was doing for a while, and I got to the point where I realized Mafex, to me, wasn't worth the money anymore. And before you ask, no, I'm not going to start buying the bootlegs from Temu or Ali, whatever. I'm not into bootlegs. I'm just not. If someone gave me a bootleg, I would review it as a bootleg. That's simple. But no, it'd be nice to get sponsorship. It'd be nice to have, McFarlane Toys start sending me advanced looks at toys. But I'm not expecting it to happen. I'm a small channel. I have a loyal bunch of followers like you. So once again, thank you so much for liking the show. Thank you for putting up with this really long episode. It was a long one, wasn't it? Yeah, but it's a lot of Batman stuff. I mean, I could have dragged this out for a couple more episodes, but I figured now 52 is what I said. I'm done. Boom. Wrap it up. Like I said, there'll still be some specials coming, but there might not be one every Friday. Who knows? It might be on a Wednesday. It might be bored. Here's a Jonah Hex Wednesday. I don't know yet. But no, it's been very important to me to get these shows done. Mostly because with what's going on in the world, with what's happening in my personal life, and with my friends. By the way, Nick Perochis is one of my really good friends back in Vancouver. Nick, you have my dearest sympathies and condolences on the loss of your father. If you need to talk, reach me. I don't mind talking. I've been there myself. My father passed away, and I know it's a kind of pain that, not to sound mean, never goes away. So, in some ways, to everybody out there, if your dad's still alive, or if your mom's still alive, spend time with them. It's really important. I miss my daughters. I wish my daughters were around me all the time. They're not, but I miss them. And I know fully well that, they'd kill me if I died. They told me flat out, I'm not allowed to die. So I'll do my best, but do your best to spend time with them. Because the funny thing is, you might not think it. You might think, well, I'm an adult, man. My dad's old. You know, he doesn't need to have me hanging around. But guess what? Those moments that you spend with your parents, your dad, your mother, that's good, because it's a good way for them, to know they're still loved. And when you're loved, that's a good way to keep your body, your mind, and of course your emotional being in a much better state. So do your best, not only just for yourself, but for them, to stay healthy. And the other thing is too, when you spend time with your parents, when you actually spend time with them, like for example, when Nicole comes to visit me, or even when she just calls me or video calls me, it's a little bit of that little moment of joy, that little bit of, wow, I have some worth. It's a good way to stay happy. And if you're like me, you might be going through hard times, especially with sanity of this world. You got to find those things that somehow can get you away from the negative, even if it's just for a little bit during the day, even if you're faking it. But you got to do your best to stay positive. And that's my message to you guys out there. It's like, it's no matter what, if I come back in January, if something disappears to me, whatever, I just want you guys to stay healthy, stay happy, and do your best to stay positive. And on that note, I'm going to wrap up this very, very long show with a giant thank you to you guys. Thank you to all my subscribers. Thank you for my friends who encouraged me to start doing YouTube again. I hope you're satisfied. You've created a monster, a toyaholic. But no, I want you guys to take care of yourselves. And like I said, get that notification. I will be back with some specials. And season 4, hopefully, we'll be back on time in January. And hopefully we'll have more subscribers by then. And hopefully we'll blow you away with season 4. But until then, this is Mad Montreal Man signing off for season 3. Take care of yourselves, take care of your loved ones, and of course, keep buying action figures.